catastrophic things have been happening today. For those of you that don't know, I've been making, and I'm like 20% into, which doesn't sound like a lot until you realize how big the project is, a 100 Days in Star Citizen. And within that series, I play, the idea is 100 days of Star Citizen. And I record everything, and then I commentate over it. And I I just showcase that 100 days of playing Star Citizen. It's been a really awesome project so far, a really fun project, but it's completely ruined, I think. I need your guys' advice on this, so hear me out. Let me cook a little bit. So, Star Citizen has been in development, it's not out yet, and so typically it crashes occasionally, or there's an update that isn't very stable, or you find bugs, and it's all part of the Star Citizen project, like it's still in development, and you kind of acknowledge that going into the game and playing the game. And for me, making videos and live streaming and everything else, so I take that on board. Now, during my recording of the first 20 days, which is hundreds of hours of content, recorded, edited, I can't tell you. Here's a screenshot of the project at the moment. It is so much work. It's the biggest project I've done over 2,000 videos on YouTube. This is by far the biggest time investment in a video. And it's like insane. And I'm up to day 20, and today I get to the point where I've blue screened twice. And then I've started to think, maybe it's not Star Citizen, maybe it's me. Now, doing some research, and thanks to the XTR crew and people in Discord for pointing this out to me, apparently behind the scenes, I've not been paying much attention to the tech world recently. There is a massive issue at the moment with Intel processors 13th and 14th gen, which is basically meaning video games are incredibly unstable and crashing a lot. So, at this point, today I've updated my BIOS drivers, and I don't know if Star Citizen is going to crash as much as it has been for me, or I'm going to get blue screens and stuff. But this, without going into the technical things, because I don't think everyone here is going to be that technical watching this video, to keep it broad, I've been playing a game, showcasing a game that has been crashing a fair amount. So, I've played maybe 20 days, and let's, for argument's sake, say out of those 20 days, 10 of those days, I've encountered a crash where it's ruined the gameplay, it's ruined what I've been doing, and I haven't addressed it where it's the CPU's fault, because that is looking like that was the issue. So now I'm at this conundrum. I've recorded the first 20 days of this situation. It's been, I can't, over 600 gigabytes worth of recording, and editing. It's a lot of stuff, right? And we've got to this point where now I'm if I put this out, it's misleading. It's showing Star Citizen in a light, which, okay, it's not, the game isn't finished and the game isn't perfect. No one's pretending it is perfect. But also, it's not as bad as the video now makes out, because of the CPU and the issues around Intel and the board partners and everything else. So my question for the video today is, what do I do with that content? My gut instinct and my gut reaction is to just throw it away, because it's not irrelevant, but it's kind of misleading. And I'm not here to mislead people or poke fun at Star Citizen for being buggy and crashing when it's not Star Citizen's fault, And now I've got to, and now I'm at a position where I really don't know what to do. Do I continue to do the project, and the first 20 minutes, spoiler alert, I wouldn't say that it's painful to watch, but it was hard to go through, and I think a lot of people will sit there and watch it and go, man, Star Citizen looks rough. It doesn't look like it's in a good place. And up until this point, I put it down to it's a buggy patch. It's an unoptimized patch. The next patch will be better, so it's not a big deal. But now I'm at a stage where it's like those first 20 days are like plagued with Intel related issues. And I'm so mad that, one, I didn't pay attention to the tech world. Two, I didn't get, like, it's just so annoying because I know you guys haven't seen up to this point, but like it's so much work that I'm now contemplating throwing away. I just don't know what to do. And I'd be curious to know, if you're a content creator, what you would do. Upload it anyway, carry on. But it's just difficult because in the video I'm like, you know, I always make the joke, Chris, why'd you crash the game? As a bit of a meme, you know. I know it's not Chris's fault, but we like to play that role that I'm an ignorant video gamer. And it's just like, maybe it was Star Citizen some of the time. But judging by the videos I've watched, and I'll link to some videos down in the description, judging by everything I've learned, it's an Intel problem. And it's a chip issue. Sorry, release it. I think you say it's a buggy patch. People won't mind. Yeah. I don't want to sit here in a video and moan about the patch when it wasn't the patch's fault. And I know CIG will have crash logs. I know folks in the industry who look at crash reports will have spotted more crashes amongst 13th and 14th gen Intel CPUs. There is an update coming, but it's like the update ratio for people with motherboards and BIOS, like, people don't do that. They buy most people, even if they build it and they leave it. So for this problem it's kind of weird. It kind of arises over time. The problem gets worse, which is unusual. As my technical knowledge goes, it gets progressively worse. Like I say, it's been boiling me slowly throughout the 20 days, and I've got to a point where I've not really noticed how bad it was until I watched back the 20 days. And today, it was the last straw, like I say, when I hit 20 days, or 2 blue screens. I thought, okay, something is actually wrong. Like, Star Citizen isn't that problematic, you know? So, I don't know. I'm really upset because I've invested so much time and energy into this series. And I'm like, as someone who doesn't want to misrepresent something that people have put work into, and then to shit on it incorrectly, I hate that idea. So, yeah, I'll put some there's like a Reddit post, a couple of videos I'll put in the description of the video. So do your own research. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I am at a quandary right now. I'm not going to delete the footage, so I don't know what to do. There are a couple, I'll just leave it here. There's a couple of options. Either I just carry on and people that aren't informed can just be misinformed. 2, I put a disclaimer at the very beginning and leave it at that. I don't really like that issue. I don't really like that option, by the way, because it ruins the flow of the intro. But maybe that is what we'll do. Or 3, just delete it and start again. It is pretty bad. And if you're watching this video and you have an update and you're on 13th and 14th Intel drivers, please update your BIOS, because there's microcode that needs updating. I don't know. But it's really bad. It's a shitty situation, and it creeps up on you, which makes it worse. Like, a lot of computer stuff, if it doesn't work, it just won't work. It's very rare, as far as I know. Maybe I'm talking absolute garbage, but it's like slowly gets worse. I guess like old hard drives used to have this issue, right? They just get progressively worse, you know? Anyway. But yeah, so it's a real shitty situation. Okay, I've been talking to chat and I've come up with this solution. Hit me up in the comment. If you've already had suggestions, good. But here's my what I might do. Let me know if you like it. So I'm going to run the first 6 days or something. When it comes up in the video, I'll cut in to this point in the video. In fact, we'll record it now so you can see it. Hello. I know this is weird. I just want to say this video, the first 20 days or so were plagued by an Intel issue. I didn't know that at the time. It's a bit of videoception happening right now, but basically all you need to know is what I thought were Star Citizen bugs turned out to be a wider gamer Intel 13th and 14th CPU issue. So any remarks to Chris, CIG or Star Citizen saying, oh, it's buggy, it might not have been Star Citizen's fault. Enjoy. There you go. Job done. Solved the problem, chat. Should have gone AMD. Oh, man. That's the thing. I was on AMD's hype train. And then the USB controller was like really buggy. So I was like, no, I'm going back to Intel. You got Thunderbolt. Let's go. Now I'm going back to AMD. Like, yo, I'll take buggy USB sticks. God, it's so bad out there. Maybe I should just game on a Mac. Guys, this is my little rant. I'm kind of delusional with anger. I'm so mad. Ah.